Following settings screen you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? Still with 80. 40 seconds to Mike. Don't get nervous. Jim. Great.
Newton on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they will score a pick six for Bears touchdown. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early.
They really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerves showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing on third down, Newton looking deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll wait. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 50 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And some room to run now.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Hey, Will, 180! 54, line 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check, 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 check.
First down, a run with Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
18, 18. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They go play action with Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Undercut. Gun.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41.
20. Great.
Here's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. Well, that's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
At the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you. Alert, alert, alert.
Again, it's Trubisky. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Yeah.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Cohen. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
He'll buy some time right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Wide. Get wide.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First down, Panthers.
Here we go. Look at it. You got nothing to run.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Scarlett. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on second down. Trubisky, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second and 5 now. Trubisky. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A Chicago first down to former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Now Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina.
There we go.
Christian McCaffrey. 42 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now on second and 13, Trubisky. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. A game there of 30 big ones. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check. Fresno. Slam.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go.
They will start the drive with Scarlett. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready. Wild Bill.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 49 yards on the ground.
1st down, Panthers.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Scarlett on the carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
6 man. Check curls.
McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run it with Scarlett, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing here, Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 75 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Lucky. 8.
From the gun, here's Newton. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Come on.
On second and 11 now. Newton. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A gain there of 30 big ones. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
There he goes left side, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point try good by Gano, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Watch 54. Ran, touch. Kill. Alert. Check, stop.
Here's Trubisky. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll find Hall. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. On first down, Trubisky. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Trubisky will throw. He's going to float this over the middle. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Chicago.